Hey YouTube, Cryptocro11 here, bringing you a original deck profile. If you've followed my stuff for a little bit, I do play meta decks or whatever, but I play the occasional kind of random deck that typically does okay, which is what I'm bringing you guys this week. This is going to be Nordics. Now, this deck saw competitive play. It topped 2 YCSs, if I recall correctly. Jeff Jones topped with it, and then some guy who I don't know topped with the tour guide Nordic thing. Anyways, this is not tour guide Nordics. This is a cheaper version of Nordics, even though it's not really that cheap because it plays like Max C and stuff. Anyways, it tested really well when I played it yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my build of it. This is, I kind of came up with this build. I just wanted to test it and see if the deck would be decent, and it actually, did good. So this is 3 Tanyaster of the Nordic Beast. Basically, when a monster you control is destroyed, you can special summon this guy from your hand, and you're going to do it in defense, right? And then his second effect is when this defense position monster's move to attack position, you special summon a Nordic Beast from your deck, which is going to get you to the next guy, which is Goldfax. And that gives you instant level 7s, which is what you're going to access the most in your Synchro deck. So that's a thing. And it's also going to be your access into Thor. Anyways, this is Goldfax. He's your 4-star tuner, and his effect is when your opponent controls a face-up Synchro and you don't, you can special summon him from your hand. That effect, it goes off every once in a while, but it's not, his mandatory effect. He's mainly just a 1600 4-star light tuner, and also he is a target for Horn of the Phantom Beast, just like everything else in this deck. So that's another plus. He's a 24 under Horn of the Phantom Beast. Alright, and then I play a 1 Tangrishner because this card is good but not amazing because it is slow. Basically, when this card is destroyed by battle, you get 2 level 3 Nordic Beast tokens. So that helps with your access into Thor, because they kill this, and then you get 2 tokens, and then you summon Goldfax, and you have an instant Thor. The only reason I play one of this at all is because I play Creature Swap, so that's the only reason he's in here, really. And it's a Horn of the Phantom Beast target, and he's like 2,000 under Horn, so it's not terrible. Alright, next card is Tengu, because it's a Horn target, it's a floater, and it's ridiculous. You guys know what Tengu does, I don't have to explain. But a cool combo with Tengu is, you summon Tengu, and you let them kill your Tengu, and then when it dies, you special summon Black Goat, this guy. And then you get your other Tengu, and then you have like a Synchro play coming up, You can make a Scrap Dragon, and then you have like a 3rd Tengu, and you can just pop something and do shenanigans or Stardust or whatever. So yeah, Tengu, it's a floater, you don't really have to explain it. And then the non-beast stuff, 2 Thunder King, one of the best anti-meta monsters, if not the best in the game right now. I seriously considered maining 3, just because I only run 2 pots, so why not? I may end up cutting something and playing a 3rd, because it really is that good in this deck. So, but for now, 2, and it works incredibly well. And then the hand traps, double Veiler, you guys know why it's good. The problem with this deck mainly is it doesn't have a lot of recovery plays. Like if your opponent stops you, you're going to have a lot of issues making comebacks. So you have to play smart and you have to play defensive a lot of the time, and Veiler definitely helps aid you in that. And then 2 Max C, because like I said, this deck plays real defensive, and if plants outpace you, you're not going to be able to come back at all. So Max C, once again, is one of those things that helps stop it. Yeah, if anyone has a 3rd Max C that you don't value insanely high, because I'm not going to, try and get one that you value way too high. As long as you have like a 1st Ed Max C, hit me up and I'll post up a trade binder video and we can try and do some stuff, because I'm looking for another one of these. And then the last monster is Gores, because your field, it's just Gores. It's a good safety net, because you do play a lot of monsters and stuff, but your field could get cleared, and then Gores is obviously your comeback card. He wins you games you're not supposed to win, and everybody likes that and everyone hates that. Alright, next up I'm going into spells. Yes, I know some cards are in different sleeves. I'm testing multiple decks right now, so 2-pot, because digging for combo pieces is key in this deck, because you can still open up really bad hands, and pot does in this deck what it does in every deck that it's ever been played in. Alright, and then 2 space, because it's Mystical Space Typhoon, and back rows are not good. Yeah, just don't blind MST stuff, because that's dumb. Alright, creature swap. Lots of good plays with creature swap in this deck. Obviously, white goat, and then kill it with their monster, get your 2 tokens, and if it's a tuner, then that's just one better. Some decks that don't special summon a lot, or Max C is dead against, or Valor is dead against, such as TG's, one of my favorite decks. You can summon Max C or Valor and then creature swap, and then they're just salty. So, creature swap, I don't know, I mean, it's creature swap, you should know how to play this card. You use it to get rid of their problem monsters. Alright, and then next spells, Mind Control, because you play tuners and level 4, so you can exceed and synchro with their junk. So, Mind Control. Avarice, because the graveyard does actually fill up insanely fast with this deck for some reason. I've yet to figure out why. I guess just because you synchro a whole bunch. Reborn, Heavy, and then Dark Hole, and yes, it's in a different sleeve. I've been testing Gravekeepers, so that's why I've got Gravekeeper sleeved in yellow. I was testing that earlier today. Alright, anyways, on to traps. 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. I played like 10 games last night, I want to say. I drew Horn of the Phantom Beast 1 game, and it was good in that 1 game, but I can't attest to how good it is in this deck. I mean, you can obviously theorize that you play several beast targets, so Horn is going to be amazing when you draw it, but I didn't draw it enough to be able to comment on how effective it is in this deck, but it's Horn, you guys know what it does, and it's good. Alright, next, the themed Rhoda, Gleipnir. It just says, well, let me see if I can get that to focus up so you guys can read it. Okay, or it doesn't want to focus. Anyways, it says, add a Nordic monster from your deck to your hand. So, it's the themed Rhoda. Okay, cool play that I'm going to show you guys, because I like to help you guys out. Alright, so you have, let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and set up the whole thing. So you've got this guy in hand, this face down, and something irrelevant on the field like this, like a white goat. Okay. So, here, I'm going to zoom out my camera real quick so you guys can see this play. Alright, so you've got your Gleipnir face down. Let's say you've got this thingy face down, right? So they, on their turn, they swing, or they declare attack on your face down guy, right? So, when they declare attack, you flip Gleipnir, get this guy to your hand. And it does not cause a replay, so the swing goes through, they kill this guy, you get 2 tokens, you special summon this. And then on your turn, you're going to get to flip and stuff. But if you chain Gleipnir to the attack declaration, then you get this, and then it's just a cool little nifty play. So, yeah, the more you know. And the rest of my traps are all sleeved in yellow. I don't want to hear it from you guys. Alright, 2 warning, because it's warning. I'm going to go and put my camera back down real quick. Alright. Let's make it not crooked. There we go. Alright. Double Dimensional Prison, because it is literally one of the best traps in the game right now. Deals with big problem monsters, because this deck doesn't play huge monsters. You know, Stardust, all that garbage. So, Prison. Alright, and then Mirror Force Torrent, because those are both real good. And Dust Shoot. So, you know why all these are good. Alright. So that's the entire deck. It's 40 cards, I want to say. I believe it's 40. If not, it's 41. Anyways, alright. I don't have a side deck built because I'm not taking it to locals, I'm not taking it to regionals. It was just a fun deck idea. But anyways, I did make an extra deck. So it's 1 Librarian, 1 Cataster, 1 Orient. As for 5s and 6s, you're not really within your own deck going to make, well, hold on, and then, well, the next 6 is Brio. You're not really going to make them that much. So, yeah, they're just options, clearly. But what you are going to make a lot is this, which is Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Bird, which I would play 2 of, but I only have 1, because I still haven't received the one from the guy that I traded with, who shafted me forever ago. Anyways, I'm not salty. And then Ancient Fairy. You are going to make level 7s the most because of Tan Yasner. So, yeah, these guys, you know what all of them do. And then for 8s, play Scrap Dragon and Stardust. And then Trish, obviously. Trish actually won me a game because it's Trishul and it's amazing. Got rid of like a Stardust that I couldn't get over in some other shenanigans. Whatever. And then Thor. Now, most of you probably don't know what this does either, but it is absolutely boss. I don't think my camera wants to cooperate today. Come on, focus for me once. Alright, I'm just gonna tell you what it does. Basically, once per turn during your main phase, you know, you can activate his effect, and he negates the effect of all face-up monsters on the field, on your opponent's side of the field. So, yep, Gotchi gets killed, Cataster, anything really gets negated. So he gets over all that stuff, and then if he was killed, you know, this turn during the end phase, you can remove a Nordic Beast Tuner from your graveyard and special summon him back. So he is a recurring huge beat stick. He's a 3500, 2800. So this guy's large and in charge, and if you get him out, you probably are winning the game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Alright, and then the Exceeds, I play Leviathan Dragon, Utopia, Roach, and for the Chimera Tech, because you are assumingly going to side to Cyber Dragon, just because. So that is the deck. The only thing really that I would change in the side deck, I mean not the side, in the extra deck, is I would cut one of the rank 4s, probably Roach, because he's good, but I'd probably cut him for a Gaia Knight. And you're probably all thinking I'm crazy, but the problem is, if you do make that level 6, which, yes, it happens on the off occasion, you don't always want to waste a Brionac, and you definitely don't want to waste Orient, because, why would you? So, that's a thing. So, yeah, this has been my Nordic deck. I'm personally a huge fan of it. It's definitely a good deck. I'll probably, whatever regional I go to next, I'm either going to take this or I'm going to take Gravekeepers, and this is looking like the better option right now just because it's a ton of fun. So I definitely recommend you try this deck. If you have any comments or questions or anything, you guys know you can just leave a comment or PM me or whatever. So like I said, I'm testing GK. If you're interested to see that deck, thumbs up, leave me comments, let me know what you want to see, because I've got it built, and it's definitely neat because it plays, so many people are going to be trying to keep this card on the hush, but hold on, let me find it real quick. It plays this real quick, so yeah, if you are interested to see my deck list, hit me up and I'll post it. So until next time, I'll see you guys.